Hiya, and welcome back to Soulcreek, the game that teaches us that, hmm, hmm, the game that teaches us that the voices in our heads need to shut up. Um, let's just hop right in. Hiya, um, okay, like, which one? Do No, 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 no. I'm Loken's acolyte. Loken spins his head to me. He looks surprised by my answer. Then I see the tiniest smile on his muzzle. You've taken an acolyte? Yes, recently. He has excellent wit. The women look at one another. Their fear of me hasn't been alleviated. Is he a rodent? I scowl, annoyed. No, he is harmless. Yeah, I was just saying hi. What is he? His name is Alex. The raccoon is the first to drop her guard, the tension in her shoulders melting ever so slightly. Well, we certainly need more black runners. Following the example of her comparison, the feline relaxes a little. Yes, have you begun your training in the four? Have you been to the zones yet? No, nothing yet, really. He will learn fast. To my surprise, the feline actually takes a step towards me. I'm not sure she hears it, but I pick up the unmistakable sound of Loken's throat rumbling. What a curious creature. Have you no pelt? I... He does not. I frown at Loken, whose eyes are narrowed slightly. He's tense about something. The feline turns to her partner. What odd things these black runners find. The chieftain will be amazed. You're not from the Draconi clan? We are travelers from the Windchill clan. To the southwest. We stopped on our way home to visit Loken. Why? To lay eyes upon him and his salvage collection. We knew of his reputation, but to see it in person is... She trails off, her eyes dropping to the crate of salvage again. Loken does not seem to respond, but I do notice his tail swaying gently. Our chieftain adores Zephyr salvage. We wish to bring her a gift. She would be very interested in you. Me? Why? Now I can definitely hear Loken growling. She enjoys curious things. You should come visit our clan. We could... He is mine. Loken bares his teeth furiously at the woman and snarls. They take a step back, eyes wide fearfully. He thrusts his arms out, pushes me behind him, blocking their view of me. I have claimed Alex. Though disturbed by the aggression, I don't protest and let him procure me behind him. I remember how possessive Loken is of his salvage, but I didn't expect him to act so territorial about me too. It's strange, but I'm almost glad of it. His overprotective behavior could keep me safe. I do feel a bit sorry for his guests, though. They're really freaked out. Of course, we didn't mean... We'll keep our distance. Yes. There's another awkward pause. Well, Loken, are you sure you won't consider a trade for the speaking relic? You know, our chief enjoys your salvage. We have spices, many different flavors. Loken's ears and nose twitch with interest. Spice? Behind him, his tail starts gently wagging. It seems to do that when he's happy or excited. I have to admit, it's pretty cute. Yes, we heard rumors about our clan that you like it. Around our clan that you like it. I do. I still can't believe they think Loken's scrap is valuable. I have nothing of value to trade today. Oh, but, well, we'll take the speaking relic off of you. It is not worth your spice. There must be something you would part with. Loken grumbles, deeply uncomfortable. Going by the nervous twitching of his tail, he really wants those spices, but won't overstep his moral compass for them. Which one? He's so sad. He's so sad. Hiya. We must help him. I squint at the time-worn salvage for anything I recognize. Most of it is ratty beyond recognition. But then I spot something. Hey, what about this? Loken's ears fold backwards as I step out from behind him. No. He goes to block side of me again. Stay behind me. Whoa, hey, just trust me for a second. I've got wit, remember? I figured that ought to get him to listen. He falters, then nods. Okay, do not get close to them. The faces of the women light up as Loken steps aside. I tug something out of his collection of scrap. The Zephyr called this an insulated flask. It's pretty beat up, but it might still work. It's functional? Maybe. It stores liquid and keeps them hot or cold. Tea, soup, that sort of thing. I hold the flask out for them to inspect. They don't seem to have understood a word I said, but remain fascinated. You could put coffee or something inside and take it with you to travel. Coffee? Oh, it's a Zephyr drink. The women seem completely baffled by my knowledge. How do you know all this? It is as I said, he has excellent wit. He sounds proud of me. I feel my cheeks getting slightly hot. No, I'm familiar with this stuff. That is wit. It's not... Okay, sure. Anyway, you might have to clean the rust off, but the lid still fits, so I don't see why it wouldn't still work. Would you trade for it, Loken? All three of us look at him. He seems pleasantly taken aback. I will. The two travelers are beside themselves with joy. They clutch one another in triumph and bow their heads to Loken. Thank you so much. The raccoon and Loken exchange the goods. The feline looks like she's about to approach me, but then remembers Loken's waspish attitude and keeps her distance. Thank you, little one, for your insight. You have great wit. Do enjoy the spices. I hope your chief makes good use of them. I doubt Loken will share those. It's okay. Glad I could help. They're really happy about this. Seriously? It's just a flask. Their distrust of me seems to have melted away. That feels kind of nice. Respect to you, Black Runner. And to your new acolyte. Yes, respect. The two traders put their prize into a fur-skin sack, then steadily head back down the hills. They chatter to each other, abuzz with excitement. Loken and I watch them go in silence. Soon they're too far away to make out. So you like spices? It is good. Good to know. You are good. Huh? You have used your wit for good. Oh, it was nothing. You weren't kidding, by the way. Hiya! The way people see Zephyr salvage, they think it's really valuable. It's crazy. People trading garbage like it's something precious. You guys don't use money? At least he does. Yes? His head tilts in a typically confused canine fashion. Like coins, currency? He blinks, wordlessly, his expression remaining perplexed. Never mind. You sleep heavy. Huh? You sleep heavy. What do you mean? You fell asleep. Heavy. What do you mean, heavy? Sleeping heavily. I find it hard to understand him sometimes. He's brutishly direct and has an odd way of speaking. It almost feels esoteric. Oh, well, last thing I remember was watching the fire. I have Dawn Lily. I step over to Loken apprehensively as he begins to root around in his satchel. What exactly is this stuff? Dawn Lily. Yes, I mean, what is it? Dawn Lily. There must be a way of getting a straight answer out of this hound. Okay, but what is Dawn Lily? A herb. Herb? And what does Dawn Lily do? It is for pain. So it's a painkiller. That's what I meant. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Automod. I'm just gonna... Yeah, that is not okay. Suddenly he shoots me a vicious scowl, clearly offended. I shrink a little. Sorry? Okay. That was weird. Loken pulls a strange linen-wrapped packet from his pouch and unwraps it. A small batch of pale orange powder is inside. Yeah. Yeah, something did happen. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it on stream, but I'm going to anyways. Uh, Let me turn on display capture real quick. Right here. That is not okay. He places some on the palm of his paw and holds it up to me. I recoil, scrunching my face up in caution. Put this on your tongue. Um, Bite. Can you scan this? I just did. It's an opioid. It's an opioid analgesic. Gesic. I think it'd be addictive in high quantities. Don't take too much of it, okay? Analgesic. I'm not sure about this, but I am in a lot of pain. It's going to be easier to stick to our mission plan if I have something to take the edge off. Cautiously, I lean forward and take a pinch of the Dawn Lily thin smeared on my tongue. It quickly dissolves. The taste hits me immediately. It's the most grotesque flavor, that of rotten pallid milk. My face tightens in disgust and my eyes glue themselves shut as I fight off my gagging reflex. Oh, that's fucking hideous. Yes. Oh, jeez, it tastes like live wasps. Mm-hmm. It's like drinking gasoline. I stick my tongue out and try to scrape the taste off, but it gets stronger. I gag. That's getting worse. Why would anyone take this? Just kill me. The taste wears off, so I open my eyes. Loken has a mild grin of satisfaction on his face. It's the first time I think I've seen him find something funny. Loken, this is not funny. It is funny. No, ugh. You would like to take more? I would enjoy seeing you take more. It is funny to watch. As the taste wears off, I grin at his gentle teasing. So you do have a sense of humor. Yes. I'm amazed. His mood darkens in a heartbeat, as if I flicked a switch. His stare turns scathing once again. This is amazing to you? His voice is loaded with defensive outrage. I shy from him, nervously regretting what I said. His angry scowl burns through me. Tell me why this is amazing. Because I laugh at things? That is amazing? Then you think I am dull. Explain. Wow, he's really sensitive to anything critical, mocking or disapproving. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. Just trying to get to know you since I'm going to be your acolyte. That seems to cheer him right up. His tail starts to wag. You accept? Before I can answer him, I spot someone else approaching the lodge. My heart clenches anxiously as I recognize them. Good morning, Loken. My chief. Alex. Yeah, hey. You got so excited for a second. How is your injury? Less sore, I think. He has taken Dawn Lily. Tastes like ass, doesn't it? I manage a smile. Yep, how long will it take to work? I dab at my side. It doesn't feel any better yet. Not long, but the effects will last a few days. Be careful how much you take, though. It's addictive stuff. Is that scientist guy here yet? Aeon? No. Taki set off last night to find him. He won't be here until tomorrow at least. What am I supposed to do until then? The plan was to blend in with Loken's clan, but how? After seeing how those two travelers reacted to the sight of me, I'll cause a real stir if I go into their village. Whilst I'm contemplating my situation, Loken turns determinedly to his chief. I will run today. Thank you. I have a list from the shamans and a personal request from Silene. Where will you go? Bleakstone. Drevonia hands a piece of parchment over to Loken. That works. We need good metal for the smiths to work. Most of all, we need copper for new cables after last week's blizzard. Copper is uncommon. I know. Just get what you can. Silene needs supplies. Her little one's fever is no better. I hear Loken whine with unease. Most of the healing supplies are expired. All I can ask is your best. Wait, you're going into a black zone today? Yes. Why? The clan requires salvage. And medicine. I stare at him nervously. I know it's his job and the clan needs him, but what about me? How long will you be gone? Until dusk. I could come with you. No, you will stay. Are you able to walk, Alex? I think so. Then I will take Alex to see the village. Hiya! Loken nods. Good. He's leaving me with her? What happened to him being overprotective? What's to stop her lopping my head off while he isn't looking? Oh, wait, shouldn't I just stay here? If people see a live human... No, the tribeswomen must meet you. Loken agreed to this last night. Your fate may belong to him now, but I still have my own expectations of you. One is that you will not hide in Loken's lodge. You will need to pull your weight, as a Draconi. I look at the husky, pleadingly. I don't feel safe with her. You'll come back, right? Alex, you will be okay. I catch Drevonia looking curiously between Loken and I. I may not trust her, but can I trust him? Time to find out. Okay. I will prepare. Loken folds up Drevonia's list, then retreats into his lodge. I watch him go, the door rattling shut behind him. You seem fond of Loken. I'm taken aback by Drevonia's curt statement. What? You seem fond of him. My cheeks flash red. Oh, no, I'm not. You don't like him? What? No, I mean, yes, I do. I like him, just... I'm only checking he hasn't been unkind. Oh, no, he hasn't. Good. I understand his social manners aren't the most graceful, but he's a good man. I feel incredibly nervous talking to her. It's going to be an awkward morning. I was wondering, I hesitate. Go on, say it. She's terrifyingly shrewd. Has he ever invoked his right on you before? Never as fiercely as he did claiming you. Do you know why he did it? I know exactly why. The door lodge bangs open again, and Loken returns. He's thrown an entirely new outfit on. It's quite a getup. It looks like he mashed several decaying military uniforms together before rolling on a heap of jagged scrap metal. Alex. Yeah? You will not reopen your wound. Sure. You will not attempt to flee. Wasn't planning to. Okay. There's a short pause where Loken looks towards his chief, his ears flattening against his head. He looks back to me, then to her again. Loken, he will be fine. You have my word. You are certain? The boy is flustered. We discussed this. Okay. He hangs around for just a moment, watching me. I give him a light smile, then he turns around and marches off. I'm uneasy, watching him leave. Even though we're worlds apart culturally, he's been an anchor of consistency. Without him, I'm going to feel lost. Loken descends the grasslands quickly, then breaks into a sudden sprint. In a heartbeat, he's already run across the valley and started to disappear into the woods. I'm startled by how someone so huge can move so remarkably swift. Whoa, he's fast. Yes, he's a black runner. The clue is very much in the name. Come along, then. It's time for you to see the world. Drevonia gestures for me to follow her. She leads me down a gravel path and over the plains, far beneath the shadows of towering mountains. My wound keeps my pace modest, but I manage to keep up. The sharp wind bites at my skin. I tuck my arms into my hoodie's front sleeve to keep the elements at bay. I hear we may have a new black runner soon. He told you about that? He wanted to explain his actions. You should be aware that being his acolyte will place high expectations on you. Why, I'm just an idiot with no memory. Loken is far more than just a black runner to us. He ensures the farmers are well looked after. He teaches at the schools. He liaises with the builders in order to get them. He leases with the builders to get them supplies. The clans see him as a mediator. They go to him with their woes. Since you'll be at his side most of the time, he'll expect the same resolve from you. But those aren't my people. I'm only trying to figure out where I'm from and who I am. Loken says you have remarkable wit. No, I don't. Please, Alex, I'm not a zealous monk. I don't believe in wit. I'm surprised to hear that. I suppose I just assumed everyone did. Do you believe in the gods, Alex? Or fate? Which one? I don't know. Religion has its place. Everyone should have a hobby. But practical actions speak while prayers do not. If your claims about being human are true, then you are a Zephyr. You know their culture, that's all. Loken believes it. In a sense, but he's not a spiritual person. I have known him since he was a child, and he's grown into a man of practicality. I trust his core judgment, not his wit. Of that, be grateful. I feel a pang of annoyance. I get it, you don't trust me. Abruptly, she halts in her tracks and turns to me. I immediately regret displaying even the slightest note of irritation. She doesn't miss an ounce of subtext. Do you know what being chieftain of a clan means? I blink, wisely keeping my immediate snarky response to myself. It means the people here are under my protection. The women, the men, the children. Your life is not above theirs. I will take every precaution, and I make no apologies. I flinch as she brings a finger up to point at me. Ignorance is the order of the world, Alex. You are a dangerous unknown, and knowledge of the unknown is scarce. Nowhere in this province is safe. So no, I don't trust you. Your arrival has piqued my interest, but I'm uneasy. Loken believes you have something to offer, so I'm giving you a chance. That's why we're walking together right now. Her sharp, fiery eyes linger on me for a moment. I say nothing. I just look back, her stare cutting right through me. She carries on walking, gesturing for me to keep up. We're moving further down the mountains now and skirting around some thick forests. I go quiet, irked by what feels like an idle threat. I miss Loken. She observes my mood and shakes her head. Come on, come now, you would have done the same. My blood turns hot. Right, 'cause you know me so well. She chuckles at my sarcasm. An impossible creature with no explanation for itself wanders in. Would you really trust it? If you would, you're either grievously ignorant, or arrogant, or endearingly stupid. I finally snap. So which is Loken, arrogant or stupid? What danger could I possibly be? I raise my arms to my side. Look at me, compared to you, I'm tiny. I'm only human. Drevonia looks surprised, amused even, by my outburst. I'm every reason to expect another cold threat from her, but she almost seems sympathetic. I have no reason to dislike you, Alex. In fact, I would very much like to be proven wrong about what you are. What else could I be? A demon? Is it really so hard to believe? I scoff at her as though she's completely stupid. Yes, Loken said they're only found inside black zones. I'm flesh and blood, not wires and metal. I don't look like one. Now it's her turn to glare at me, like I'm the stupid one. However, she drops the stare and sighs, seemingly regathering her patience. Her pause makes me uneasy. I don't look like one, do I? I suppose I should forgive your ignorance, if what you say about your memory is true. Alex, try and understand. Save for black runners and raving lunatics, nobody has ever seen a demon. I frown. Then, hang on, what? I don't understand. We know almost nothing about them. Most don't believe they're even real, or refuse to accept it. So, how do you people know they even exist? The only tangible proof is the word of the Black Runners. That and the insane testimonies of maniacs who have spent too long in the Black Zones. What do you mean maniacs? Demons are beyond comprehension or description. Only the Black Runners are capable of knowing anything about them. Perhaps they are products of the Cascade, but nobody knows what caused that either. All those memories have been forgotten. Ignorance is the order of the world. No kidding. So, just ask Loken about them. She grunts, irritated. His business is beyond my authority. My ignorance is for my protection, he claims. Trying to comprehend the nature of the demons in Black Zones invites insanity. He once described the Black Zones as an ocean of terrible infinity, where demons are sharks. That's about all I can get from him. I'm gonna drop something. That's good. She scoffs. He can be dreadfully poetic sometimes. Are demons magic or something? They must be to drive people mad like that. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a Black Runner. This is why I have Loken. He handles all matters relating to the Black Zones. There is safety in ignorance, he assures me. And then you, an unknown, claim to be something impossible, a member of a long-dead species. Loken is my Black Runner, my guiding light. So if he says you are safe, then you are safe. But please, forgive my trepidation. I stare down at the ground as we walk, unsure what to make of all of this. I suppose I can understand Drevonia's distrust of me. She had no reason to assume I wasn't a threat, save for Loken's assurance. There must be people who have seen demons. She hums thoughtfully. There are witnesses, but their accounts are always rambled nonsense. The mind rebels within the black zones. Those who return are changed. Changed how exactly? She shakes her head. You should ask Loken of these things. It is Black Runner business. Advanced, crazy machines must be too far mind-blowing for these primitive clans. They're so terrified of demons that they can't accept they even exist. We break through the edge of the forest and emerge at the side of the Draconi village. Here we are. It's denser than I expected. Stone pathways weave between sturdy wooden huts. There are blocks and districts of various shapes and sizes. Drevonia leads me through the narrow alleyways, winding through the various shanties and their primitive dwellers. The Draconi clan harbors beastfolk of all shapes, sizes, and species. I'm struck by the lack of men. Taki wasn't kidding. Males really are a rarity. The village women stare quizzically as we pass them by, smothering me with their distrust. My proximity to Drevonia is the only thing keeping me from causing a stir. I edge closer to her, unsettled by the looks that I'm getting. Me being here isn't a good idea. They know who you are. What? How? Word travels fast. I wanted to soften the blow of your appearance, so I spread rumors of your arrival. They know a human is among us. That's all they need to know. She said it. Oh god, like Mega Man? Like a rusty, dusty, sad Mega Man? Just like wiggling about. You go into Black Zone and there it is, the terrifying Mercedes Benz. Oh god. That's actually pretty cunning. It makes my arrival less shocking. This is the village square. Most trading takes place here. There's a central podium of stone in the middle of an open cobblestone space, where wood for a huge bonfire has been prepared. I look around the buildings. There are signs of modern technology here and there, just like with Loken's Lodge. I can see electric lanterns and heaters haphazardly placed among the structures. Electric cables are strung across the alleys. And nestled beneath a roof of straw, two old chest freezers are propped up against a wooden wall. They are both horribly run down and have been patched up with all manner of spare parts like a pair of Frankenstein monsters. A stern-looking tribeswoman is standing guard by them, a rackety spear in her hands. Of all the pieces of functioning technology I've seen, the two freezers seem like the most sophisticated. Do those work? The food preservers? Yes, the whole village has electricity. All the Zephyr technology here is functioning. I do not collect worthless scrap. We control the Great Barrier. That's a hydropower plant to the east. It's one of the few structures that has been maintained since the Cascade. Drevonia leads me to an open grassland, enclosed by trees and mountains. Here, members of the clan are toiling in ranks upon ranks of fields. I didn't know you could farm in this climate. It has been challenging, but summer has just begun. The clan has a few different sources of food. The lake is not far from here for fishing. There are animals to hunt and ranch with. Access to electricity gives us our edge. There's also this. Here. She moves over to a nearby tap fixed against a wall. It screeches as she turns it, and a rough stream of water splutters onto the ground. It takes me a minute to realize what I'm looking at. You've got plumbing. She nods. Our people have access to showers and bathrooms like those used by the Zephyr. It would be interesting to see if they are familiar to you. As I understand it, your people used pipes and electricity to move and heat water around their cities. The Auto Monks have taught us to do the same. Who are the Auto Monks? They're, she falters. They're a cult, really. Keepers of the old knowledge who have taken a vow of silence. She continues leading me through the winding labyrinth of the Draconi settlement. The Auto Monks are secretive and guard the old knowledge jealously. They live in the Great Barrier and maintain Zephyr structures that survive the Cascade throughout the province. I thought you control the dam. How come they live in it? It's in our territory, but the Auto Monks maintain it. They do not care who uses the technology they preserve, only that it is preserved. I may not understand the Auto Monks, but I try to keep them happy so that we stay on good terms. And they better catch it. Oh. Have other clans tried to take over the dam? Tried. I scoff. So the Auto Monks don't scare you with all their knowledge. Dravonia's eyes flutter at me, amused. Why would they? Because you people all block your ears and shout la la la, not listening to anything scary like demons or black zones. You're fine with the Automonks knowing about science? She laughs at me like I'm a child. The old knowledge and the black zones are nothing alike. She doesn't elaborate. Sighing in resignation, I spot a number of tribeswomen still staring at me as we walk. When I make eye contact, they turn away and avoid me. So much for our plan of blending in. I don't see how I could feel more unwelcome. Go. Drevonia leads me across an open stretch of grass. There's a wooden longhouse that appears far sturdier than the other structures. Here, this is the hall. It's where I conduct myself as chief of the Draconi. Who constructs all these buildings? Our builders. Though the hall has been here since before I was chief. How did you become chieftain? I was chosen by my predecessor. She wasn't the most beneficent of leaders. Were she still chief, she'd have killed you on the spot. I stare at the hall, a sense of foreboding rising from the pit of my stomach. For all Drevonia's attempts to soften the impact of my arrival, I'm still a freak being suffocated by leering faces. I'm suspicious of her motives. Drevonia isn't the type to take risks with her people, so why didn't she just kill me straight away? Relax, Alex. You seem tense. Come inside. I have something to show you. I hesitate, digging my arms deeper into the front pocket of my hoodie. I'm still not sure I feel safe. These people are alien to me. This time period is a disheveled maze. I'm a stranger here, ravaged by dubious stares. I could run off, but where would I go? I still have no explanation for myself, nor the AI trapped in my head. Like it or not, I'm stuck here. Begrudgingly, I go inside with Drevonia. Fancy. It's an impressive building, well decorated and expertly furnished. Tables and benches are scattered about in rows. Its pleasant warmth washes over me. I'm quickly drawn to the lit fire trench running down the hall's center. A larger throne-like seat presides at the far end. I assume it's where Drevonia sits when she holds audiences with her people. Take a minute to warm up. Thanks. I'm still not used to this cold. You'll adapt. Must be hard without fur. I put my hands gingerly against the flames and look around. There are more tribeswomen in here, eating and chatting quietly. I notice one older male here, too. A coyote? Aside from Loken, I think he's the first man I've seen. That's Jax. Huh? The old-timer. Jax. He retired from his baiting troop a long time ago. I feel my cheeks flush. Oh, yeah. Taki told me about the thing with men being rare. The affliction. I didn't realize how bad it was. Drevonia sighs heavily. It's getting worse, too. Nobody knows what caused it. Not the Automonks, not the Black Runners, nobody. Makes sense. Nobody knows anything. Did humans partake in the indulgence? I wince. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we didn't have anything like that. I see. Well, the indulgence is tradition. Historical, even. In light of the affliction, it's both a reason to let loose and keep our numbers up when needed. Fertile males are becoming too few. So we do what we must. We drink and we fuck, loudly and happily. It's the only cause of celebration most of the clans have. Imagine that. Sex being just as much a duty as it is a pleasure. Will you, me at the indulgence? Not this year. I'd rather keep my eyes sharp that night. Things can get wild. I go quiet, my forlorn gaze lazily going back to the fire. You're not expected to take part, if that's what you're embarrassed about. Everyone has a choice. I blink at her. I'm not embarrassed. It's great. The whole orgy. She seems amused by my blatant lie. You're welcome to if you wish, although I imagine it'd purely be for fun. I'm not sure humans are even compatible with beast kind for breeding. Mixing breeds is one thing, but you're something else entirely. A point to ask Aeon. I suppose if there is another human female out there, we should find them. It would be a shame to let your race die with you. Is she trying to make me uncomfortable? I think I preferred Taki's teasing. At least then I could laugh it off. Although, if you were to be a Black Runner, you have other concerns. Right, I'll be slaughtered by demons or be driven batshit insane before I get the chance. Drevonia grins. You've got Loken as your mentor. You'll be fine. He's the best. You don't seem stupid enough to disobey his instructions either. Speaking of all that, I have something for you. Wait here. She pats me on the shoulder, then strolls off towards the other end of the hall. I'm still not sure what to make of her. She's trying to be friendly, and I'll admit that I understand her motivation to lock me up a little more now. but I get the feeling she has an ulterior motive. Otherwise, I wouldn't be alive. With nothing else to do, I park my butt down on one of the nearby stools to keep myself close to the fire. A polite and conscious quiet hangs over the general hum of the hall. I'm extremely out of place here. These people gawk at me like an animal on display. How am I supposed to blend in with this lot? My eyes catch on to one of the smaller tables to my left. A group of children are sat in a circle with parchment and charcoal, drawing. I'm surprised I hadn't noticed them up until now. There are 6 of them, of varying species. They're looking at me, but nervously turn away when they see me make eye contact. All except one, the youngest, a boy, the only boy. He's a white-furred tiger with black stripes. He has huge green eyes that are locked onto mine, wide with childish wonder, his mouth slightly agape in awe. Which one? After grinning to myself, I smush my face together in a big stupid scowl. He giggles and waves happily at me. At least someone doesn't think I'm a freak. Drevonia stomps back over to me. I go to stand, but she pushes me back down. Don't get up. Here. She thrusts a sizable roll of paper into my lap. What is this? This is a map of Ilela, the province we're in. Okay. Loken made this map. I imagine he'd want you to have it. I spread the map out before me. It's quite crudely drawn, but I'm able to get a rough idea of what I'm looking at. Ilela, huh? How big is it? Smaller than you'd imagine. It takes just over 2 days to cross the entire province. Those darker areas are the black zones. I did! I saw the missing CG of the tiger cubs. Oh my god, it was amazing. Wait, those are the black zones? They're huge. Ilela is totally surrounded by them. Yes, but you'll find them thinner here than elsewhere. So, whereabouts are we right now? Here. West of the Great Barrier where the Automonks are found. That's Bleakstone, a sector of Zephyr ruins. It's where Loken has run now. It isn't too far. There's still good salvage in that area. Will he be okay there? He's the best. He'll be fine. This is the Spine. It's a corridor of treacherous mountains and the only safe way in and out of Ilela. These are all the other clans? Only the sedentary ones, yes. There are 4 larger clans that settled in Ilela permanently, but many dozens of nomadic clans come and go. I recognize the Windchill clan. That's where Loken's visitors this morning came from. These marks inside the black zones are the largest of the Zephyr ruins. They're the best places for black runners to go looking for salvage. My eyes wander over the black zones, a knot of anxiety forming in my gut as I see the extent of them. Yeah, that's Devil's Crag. Loken said he's found me there. Indeed, it's the most dangerous place in Ilela, supposedly, but full of old technology. Any black runner foolhardy enough to run there always returns with hefty bounties. I wonder if that's where I used to live. How many black runners are there in Ilela? These days, not many. Most aren't attached to clans. They sell their skills out in exchange for supplies or accommodation. A real waste of talent. A black runner's place should always be with their clan. The Riptide clan here has 4 black runners attached to them. 4? But you only have 1. Soon to be 2. But the Riptides are the biggest clan, and best to be avoided. They're not friendly? Their chief, Caius, has some progressive ideals. A tyrant, through and through. You sound like you've had dealings with him. Drevonia goes quiet for a second. That's not a story worth telling right now. I scan the map for more points of interest. What's that? A mountain. It's never been explored. How come? It's not in a black zone. It's cursed. No one has ever returned. Ah, got it. Keep the map, Alex. Loken would have meant for you to have it. I still don't know why he thinks I'm Black Runner material. I'm not. What the hell does he want from me? She stares at me with deep, inquiring eyes. I once again feel exposed and vulnerable under her gaze. He thinks you have something to offer. Well, he's wrong. I don't even know who I am. You may have lost your identity, but having spent time with you today, I'd say you haven't lost your soul. Aeon will give us some answers, and after that you'll pick up a new path. Just let it fall into place. She gets up to her feet. You can find your way back to Loken's Lodge alone, I presume? I blink at her, surprised. You trust me enough to go alone? I'll admit you don't seem dangerous, so I'm trusting Loken's intuition. Besides, you're far too small to be a threat. I scowl. Yeah, thanks. I know the way back, I think. Good. Then she hesitates. Her brow flickers at me. I catch a subtle weighing of judgment behind her eyes, and frown uneasily. What? You should go and explore the village for a while. By myself? Walking back to the lodge by myself is one thing, but this? Yes, get familiar with the women of Draconia. They think I'm a freak. They know what you are. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. I gawp at her. One morning together, and you trust me enough to go gallivanting around your village. I didn't realize I was that charming. She snorts at me. Don't flatter yourself. If Loken wants you as his acolyte, then I expect you to walk among us. That means being seen and treated as your Draconia. So go. Be seen. Her logic doesn't add up. I'm immediately suspicious. Why am I still alive? Drevonia scowls. I'm sorry? Why am I alive? Your predecessor would have killed me on the spot, but you didn't. How many times do you need to hear it? Loken invoked his right, and he believes, no, you wanted to keep me around before that. You wanted me alive. Why? She glares at me for a moment, then smirks. Sharp little thing, aren't you? I shrug. I have my reasons for keeping you. They're not your concern. I'm pretty sure they are. Your only concern right now is to acclimate yourself to Alayla. You won't manage that sitting on your ass. Go. Take advantage of my trust and be someone, Alex. With a final pointed look, she turns her back to me and heads off down the hall. Almost immediately, someone else grabs her attention. Just like that, I've been abandoned. I was right about her having an ulterior motive. The thought of wandering the village alone as I'm stalked by leering faces and distrusting glares is pretty unpleasant. I know I've got to get used to this place, but alone? Now? With a resigned sense of apprehensive dread, I get to my feet and meander to the exit. The morning sun has hidden behind a blanket of muggy cloud. Feeling the cold once again, I tuck my arms back into my hoodie pocket and look around me, shivering and wondering what to do. Someone once told me it's impossible to feel lost if you've got nowhere to go. Which is, of course, complete horseshit. I look to my left and spot a pair of tall feline women ogling me anxiously. They turn swiftly and shuffle out of view. I'm starting to get used to people doing that. I'm totally alone here. Well, almost alone. Looks like it's just us then. It's not so bad. I think their reactions are reasonable. Imagine if you were back in Zephyr time, surrounded by humans. Suddenly, a beast thing like Loken shows up. You'd be cautious of him too. Yeah, I suppose. Drevonia is right. The more they see you, the less of a threat you'll seem. I don't have any real wish to explore, but I get the feeling Drevonia will reprimand me if I head straight back to Loken's lodge. With a brisk step, I amble back through the village. Here, I'm exposed to the daily hustle and bustle of the industrious Draconia clan. The streets are alive with activity. There are traders calling out their wares, builders maintaining the ramshackle huts, and farmers toiling in their fields. You wouldn't think there were any horrifying black zones or demons lurking in the mountains all around us. Everyone seems perfectly content. You know what's interesting? I have amnesia, so everything is pretty interesting to me. I meant about this world. Yeah, that narrows it down. Do all humans come with pre-installed sarcasm? Listen to all the voices. How many dialects can you hear? It's so diverse. The different species, the different accents. I wonder how it got so varied. I suppose the cascade would have covered the whole world. People must have migrated to safe spots like Alayla from all over the place. Do you think I'm really the last human? Without knowing what actually caused the cascade, I couldn't say. I still can't believe the apocalypse just disappeared from all living memory. They don't want to remember. We're talking about a world-ending event. That kind of trauma could destroy generations of identity. If that were true, they'd hate Zephyr salvage. Instead, they think it's sacred. Why? It means something to them. Hope, maybe? Trauma can't erase a person completely. Just bury them. I grumble mournfully. How am I hearing all their accents through your translations? Ugh, do you really want me to lecture you about sociolinguistics right now? I don't even know what that word means. Are you flexing your throbbing AI brain at me again? Consider me aroused. I'll give you the puny human brain version, then. It's magic! Whoa! Jesus Christ. Don't open your goddamn SAS directory at me. Also, get wrecked. Alright, smartass, at least I have a physical brain. Sorry, Alex. Couldn't hear you over all the magic. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Wee! They had to animate the text. Man, when did he start getting so snarky? I continue to wander through the settlement until I'm back in the village square. The anxious tribeswomen distancing themselves like opposing magnets. Amidst the tempest of noise and activity, someone calls out to me. Excuse me? At first I don't realize she's talking to me. The idea that one of the tribeswomen would actually want to talk to me is unexpected. Excuse me, human? Sorry, I don't know your name. Startled, I spin around to see a woman approaching me with her hands clasped anxiously behind her back. She's a mouse. I'm drawn to the signature rounded ears on either side of her face and the cute cone of her snout. I have no idea how to address her and don't want to come across as rude. Yeah. Hey. Sorry, I know you must be busy. Or are you? Are you busy? Sorry. The mouse fumbles her sentence. She's really nervous of me, but at least she's actually trying to talk to me. It's a hell of a step up from being glared at like a rabid dog. My name is Mia. It's lovely to meet you, human. She bows her head. I awkwardly do the same, wondering if it's some kind of draconian greeting custom. I remember seeing Loken do the same with Drevonia and Taki. Alex, nice to meet you too. Sorry, I shouldn't be bothering you with this. I frown. What could she possibly want with me? It's okay. What's up? Well, you're the new acolyte, aren't you? Loken's acolyte? How do people know about that? Sort of. I only just got here. I'm not clear on what's happening. She smiles at me, though I detect a hint of anguish behind her eyes. She's worried about something. I see. Well, it's okay. I can ask Loken instead. Is he available? Not right now. He'll be back after dusk, I think. I'm really curious about this now. Did you need a black runner? I mean, I'm only an acolyte, but I could pass a message to Loken. Oh, sorry. It's probably a waste of your time. I just thought since black runners have wit that maybe could I ask you something? If it's not too much trouble. Sure. What's up? Well, I made a trade with one of the other villagers yesterday. I gave them a pile of freshly sewn linen and 2 chickens. That seems like a lot to trade. It is, but it was worth it. In exchange, they gave me a Zephyr relic. Well, you can imagine, I was thrilled. These people's reference of salvage is really stupid. They said it was functional, only I can't figure out how to use it, or what it is. I was a bit skeptical, but they assured me that Zephyr hunters use these to track game all the time. They said it would be easy to figure out. Do you have it with you? With a chirpy bounce, she withdraws something from her pockets and holds it out to me. I take it and have to hold back a baffled gawp at what I see. It's just the plastic casing of an old shotgun shell, absolutely ancient and decayed beyond all use. I pluck the shell between my fingers and hold it in front of my face, squinting. I don't care how valuable these people think Zephyr salvage is. This is literal garbage. I'm just not sure how to use it. This isn't a Zephyr relic. It's trash. Trash? Yeah, sorry, it's just plastic. I mean, this is an old shotgun shell. She gives me a blank look. Ammunition for a weapon. More blank stares. I suppose it was used for hunting, but it's like having an arrow without a bow. It's so old it would never work, even with the right gun. She looks really dejected. She seems to have been swindled. The seller told her it was functional technology. I'm actually annoyed on her behalf. This is exactly what Byte said could happen. These people have no idea what the value of this stuff really is. Who sold this to you? His name is Barrow. He buys a lot of Zephyr salvage from traveling black runners. Let's help her. What? How? We'll go give Barrow a piece of our mind. Come on. Are you malfunctioning? This has nothing to do with us. We're Loken's acolyte. He helps people, so we should too. This is like totally none of our business. It is our business. It's Black Runner business. Besides, the more we help people, the more they'll trust us. We can earn Loken and Dravonia's respect in one go. No way, he's crazy. This has nothing to do with me. I shouldn't get involved. I do feel sorry for her. She seems so friendly. Just taken by same stupid veneration of the Zephyr as everyone else. And hell, Bite makes a good point. Earning the respect of the Draconia is important. Hey, where does this Barrow guy live? I could talk to him about this. Her face lights up. He lives in the hut just opposite the hall, with the chimes and the skull on the door. You can't miss it. I suspect she was hoping I'd say that, going by the quick response she gives. Alright, mind if I take this? I hold the shotgun shell up. Of course. I'll be in the village square, at my stall. I have eggs, if you want to trade. I'll see. Let me handle this first. She gives me a nervous smile, then watches as I turn and head back towards the hall. Hey, isn't this exciting? We're like Zephyr detectives. You don't think we're getting involved where we shouldn't? Of course not. The tribeswomen see Loken as an arbiter. He helps people. We can do that too. It doesn't take me long to find Barrow's home. Rusted wind chimes dangle outside the ugly hut, and the skull of a small animal is suspended on the front door. I scowl at the grotesque decoration. I'm not even sure what animal it is. A fox? This is such a dumb idea. These aren't my people. I shouldn't be getting involved in their affairs. Just as quickly as my resolve wavers, I feel it reform with renewed strength. No, I'll prove to these people I'm just an ordinary, decent human who means no ill will. I will not let this place beat me. I will not cower from it. Time to put this wit of mine to good use. I bang my fist on the door several times, feigning confidence in myself. No turning back now. A groggy voice can be heard within. There's a clutter as someone moves around. The door scrapes open. A grouchy weasel creature with graying fur, sullen brows, and a nasty croak to his voice peers at me from within. He's about my height. Who are you? I can't quite place his age, but he looks quite elderly. He's got a round, brutish accent. His shriveled eyes are parched and bloodshot, and his pupils shrunken. Has he been drinking? Your Barrow? Fucking heck, you speaking to me. What are ya? Oh, sorry, I'm human. I'm new to the Use that new help the mutt's got into ya. You ain't no normal fucking person, that's for sure. I'm certain he's under the influence of something. Not only are his watering eyes a dead giveaway, but his fingers are trembling and there are bloodstains under his nose. I've decided that I don't like him. Is this yours? I hold up the shotgun shell. Barrow looks at it, then at me. What? Is it what? Do you recognize it? He puffs his chest out and his gaze travels past my shoulder. I shift my weight to stay in his vision. Ain't seen it. My eyes narrow. Do you know Mia? Ain't seen her. But do you know her? Nah. Well, of course I fucking know her, just not properly. He's lying. No kidding. He looks like he's high as a kite. What should I do? Get aggressive. I bet he'll spill the beans with a little bit of pressure. Bite's advice hasn't let me down so far, so let's get pushy. You traded this to Mia for her linen and livestock. The fuck you talking about? You know that this is total junk, right? You traded it anyway. It ain't fucking junk, you pink prick. Sprappa salvaged that. It isn't worth anything. What the fuck do you know? I just know I have good wit. Man, I feel stupid saying that. I can see Barrow starting to crack. I'm getting to him. You gonna fuck off? You told Mia it was functional. Before I can stop him, he scraped the door shut and slammed it in my face. I don't hear him shuffling around inside, so I presume he's still at the door listening. Fine, I'll take this to the chief. She'll be thrilled to know that you've been swindling her people. That does the trick. The door gradually opens again. Barrow peers through with a hideous death glare. Fucking hell, why's that fair? Got told the same shit story myself. Just trying to make me losses back. So someone traded this stupid thing to you as well. That's right. Thought it was well valuable. Dunno. She made it seem proper worth me time. Who was she? Some black runner came here last month. A cheetah. Add them black spots, they do. I wonder if Loken would know who that is. Look, I get that you got caught out by this as well, but you can't go pulling the same con on others. I lost a whole fucking month of mead, you prick. And now even more people have lost stuff because of this stupid thing. Why didn't you just tell Loken? He'd have helped. I'm a little taken aback when Barrow suddenly spits on the ground, his expression growing vile. Don't want nothing to do with that scrabby mongrel. Barrow's voice turns caustic and fierce with vitriol. If he weren't so frail, I'd find it incredibly daunting. You got a problem with Loken? None of your fucking wax. You done riding my ass, human? Tell the bitch me I'll give her fucking cocks back. And her linen. Fucking fine. I hold out the shotgun shell to him. He grimaces at it. I don't want it. Too much hassle. I'm fucking done with ya. Black runners too. Y'all tainted. Just fuck off, would ya? Once again, the door is rudely slammed shut in my face. I'm left staggered by what just happened. My heart is racing a little. I'm clearly not afraid of confrontation, but he was starting to turn nasty. So this is what Loken has to deal with? So much for everyone looking up to him. There must be some history there. I bet this isn't the first time Barrow has gotten into trouble with that hound. I begin making my way back to the village square to find Mia. I can't believe Mia traded with him in the first place. People here will do anything to get their hands on salvage. Hey, you know what? I thought you handled that pretty well. Handled that really well. Direct and to the point. Honestly, I have no idea where that came from. It just felt natural. Maybe you were skilled at handling disputes in your past life? Before the memory loss, that is. I think having you there made the difference, to be honest. I probably would have froze up without you. Nah, you'd have been fine. It's just nice to know that you're in there, you know? Watching my back and stuff. We make a good team. I make my way back to the village square to find Mia again. It doesn't take me long to find the mouse. I'm surprised, however, to see her already speaking to Taki. I thought she'd be sent to find Aeon. Does that mean he's here too? I'm gonna finally get some answers. Speak of the devil. Here's the rat. It's Alex. Is Aeon here? Can I see him? Nah, not yet. Gonna get here tomorrow, hopefully. He's real keen to meet you. Not as keen as I am to meet him. How'd you get back here so quickly? Rode all night and morning. That was fast. Yeah, he was easy to find. Stubborn mold don't like moving around too much. If anyone can tell us where you are and where you come from, it's Aeon. Hey, heard you met our Mia already. She slaps a hand on the mouse's shoulder and squeezes it. Mia grins, seemingly accustomed to Taki's behavior. Our best mouse, legendary chicken farmer, this one, really knows her way around a nice big cock. Taki, what will the human think of us? That we put our mouths where our tits are? She points a finger right at me. Seriously, rat, Mia's a precious lady. You mess with her, I'll have you hung, drawn, stuffed, and turned into a wine rack. I'll wear your furless cock round me neck and bash people in the jaw with it for a laugh. What the fuck? This is like the third time you threatened to chop my dick off. I think I figured out what caused the affliction. Ha, maybe I just got a thing for disembodied cocks. I should hang him on the wall when I fuck. You don't have to be like that, Taki. He's been great. He's helping me with the problem. Taki's stout ears twitch. Her interest chord struck. Right. What trouble are you causing, rat? I wish she'd stop calling me that, but I suspect asking her to knock it off would just make her double down. I guess I just don't really mind the way she's jostling with me. Her teasing actually makes me feel a little more at ease. Some trouble with the guy named Barrow. Oh, what's that fuck knuckle done now? I show Taki the shotgun shell. Taki frowns at it. The fuck is that? A shotgun shell. And that is, you black runners all talk utter bollocks. It's just trash, okay? Barrow was trying to trade with it. I told him to return Mia's stuff. He's agreed. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alex. Don't mention it. I'm still going to tell Loken. There's more to the story than I thought. Of course. Thank you. If you ever need anything, please let me know. Hey, good on you, rat. We need more like you getting shit done. But what the hell you doing here on your own anyway? Wandering about, getting to know people. Yeah? You off your rocker? You shouldn't be skipping around without an escort this early. You're the last Zephyr. Might as well slap a dinner bell on your bollocks and see which clan fancies a human steak first. And you're fucking injured and all. Didn't Loken punch a bunch of stitches in ya? Drevonia suggested it. Taki shakes her head disapprovingly. Yeah, well, the sun don't always shine outside of her delicately sculpted ass. Taki! That's whatever, Mia. I'm first guardian. I can say what I like. I'll say it to her face, too. How'd you think I got the job? Come on, rat, I'm taking you back to Loken's lodge. Gotta rest that gash of yours. It's fine, really. I've taken Dawn Lily for the pain. I'm lucky. Did you throw up? I snicker. The puke would have added some flavor to it, I guess. You never know. Still time. Get your butt moving, rat. Taki shoves me playfully by the shoulder to get me moving, then waves goodbye to Mia. See you around, Mia. Soon as I've walked the rat back, I'll get some shut-eye. Then we're catching up proper. we're going to leave off here tonight. Mia is precious. Seriously, Mia is precious. If something were to happen to her, I would be so sad. It's like a Nell. She must be protected. Magic. That's all it is. We don't get an explanation. We just get magic. Anna just had an idea for a video. I'm gonna head off here and make that video idea. So, stay safe, have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.